Hundreds have signed a petition calling for Gwinnett County commissioners to condemn the sheriff after a panel discussion on immigration enforcement turned ugly. The meeting was meant to address a controversial program the sheriff had just renewed, and now he is facing a backlash over one of the meeting's speakers. Caitlin Ross following both sides for us tonight.
The fallout continues tonight with Duluth councilmen starting a change.org petition to censure Gwinnett County Sheriff Butch Conway, even though the sheriff's office says he wasn't even at the meeting. Last week's meeting was to discuss 287G, a law enforcement measure that allows specifically trained officers to check the immigration status of someone once they're already booked into the Gwinnett County Jail on criminal charges. Gwinnett's sheriff recently announced he was renewing the agreement with ICE. The program has been met with a lot of outcry, which county commissioners say they held a panel discussion last week to talk about it. But Councilman Cardin argues it was inappropriate for the panel to feature DA King. King runs a pro-law enforcement group called the Dustin Inman Society. Southern Poverty Law Center has labeled it as a hate group, but the nonprofit did not return our request for comment on why. King founded the society in the early 2000s from his home in Cobb County. I talked to him today and he told me while he supports 287G, he's not a racist.
Being pro-enforcement is not represent being anti-immigrant or anti-immigration. I am neither of those things, and neither are the people on the board of the Dustin Inman Society.
And someone outside of our county cannot come have an opinion about our county. And the person that should have an opinion as to what happens in their department, because it is the program that they are heavily pushing and have unilaterally extended, is the sheriff.
The sheriff's office says Sheriff Conway was never scheduled to speak at the meeting. A spokeswoman from his office, an ICE agent, and King all spoke in favor of 287G, while Democratic State Representative Brenda Lopez, a businesswoman and an attorney, spoke against it. The sheriff did not have any comment on the petition to censure him.